I think that the whole issue of fracking is something that pertains to all of us in the most intimate and basic way. And this effort to try to bring fracking to San Benito County, I think, is a reflection of where values are. If fracking is not being done in Beverly Hills, it's because the rich live there. If it's not being done in Santa Cruz, it's because it's an enlightened community, but it's also a natural resource. Why destroy the coastline? But this doesn't give oil companies the permission to come inland to pristine California landscapes like San Benito County and destroy it, because a large part of the population is campesino, a lot of the population is low income, Hispanic, and therefore vulnerable. And therefore, one would assume, or they assume, voiceless. Well, they are not voiceless. They're not voiceless because there are voices that exist that have been here for a long time. And Teatro Campesino has been in San Juan since 1971. We came here because we love the environment. We love the atmosphere of this historic town. And it is a tragedy that there are forces now that are trying to destroy what makes this place special, not just in California, but also in America as a whole. And so we have had presentations in the outdoors here, supported by Cal Power, using solar and wind power to give power to our microphones, and not lights because we perform during the day, but it could be done at night as well. And we're trying to align ourselves with the future of San Juan Bautista that preserves not only the history of this place that has been here for over 200 years, but also the future. We would love to see this become a model community of green values and safe energy, and also safe employment for people. Our whole existence has been about trying to show that people that work in our fields are not just poor victims, not just vulnerable, uneducated masses, but in fact a potential for the future. And so our purpose has always been to educate. We've been educating people about the environment for more than 40 years, ever since Cesar Chavez set out in his campaign to try to stop the use of pesticides on our major farms. We have been there, we have marched, we have participated in this effort to try to save the environment. But again, the oil companies are powerful worldwide. We all drive. I can't help but go down the freeway and think that we're all vulnerable, but we're also culpable. We're all culpable because we all drive. And we need to get to a place where we're no longer so reliant on petroleum and on oil. But I think that fracking takes it 1 degree even worse than regular oil drilling. It destroys the water table. And there you are messing with the basic ingredients of life itself. Air is pretty essential, regardless of your economic background. And water is equally and totally precious to the survival of life itself. So it calls for direct action. It calls for immediate action. It calls for the whole community to come together and to defend itself. Not just for us, you know, some of us have lived a lifetime already, but for the children, for the next generations. Where are they going to live? What water are they going to drink? We already have this problem here in San Juan, where a lot of us can't even drink the water that's coming out of our faucets. That's a problem that the San Juan community has to resolve by digging a new well, but all of that takes coordination. But on top of that, we have this problem with fracking now that is upon us, and that would poison the water table for generations to come. And that is an unspeakable injustice. That is taking it too far. Where is the America that we all believe in? Where is the America that we were all born into, you know, with peace and justice and freedom and progress for everybody? It is threatened daily by interests that are only looking after their own interest and their own greed. These are probably people that don't live in San Benito County. The trouble is, you know, that the earth is round. It's a globe. And what happens at the other side of the globe eventually comes around and affects us all. There's only one environment. It is all one total unified system. And so if we poison the water table, if we poison the air, we're poisoning everybody, the rich and powerful included. But people are blind. Some people are blind, and they can only think of their own profit. And so they are trying to destroy what makes this part of the country totally unique and beautiful. And those of us that live here are determined to work night and day to prevent this from happening. They are messing with our livelihood. They are messing with our life. They are messing with our survival. And so we urge the public to not be deceived by the campaign that has turned things around as if a vote no on Jay is a vote no on fracking. These are old devices. This is almost an Orwellian kind of inside-out propaganda move by these forces that are trying to make money off of everybody else's misery. So we urge the public to vote yes on Jay. Les urgimos al público que voten sí, yes, en la medida J, en contra de la destrucción del medio ambiente. Hay que estar completamente unidos en este caso, porque si no, hacemos todo lo posible para rescatar el agua y el aire. Nuestros hijos y nuestros nietos y nuestras familias no van a tener nada con que vivir. Así es que es un caso de sobrevivencia. It is a case of survival. It's pure and simple. But we can always depend, I think, on our community that if our community is aware that this is in their self-interest, we can unite and stand united and force these greedy, ignorant, dark forces that are trying to overcome our future, force them to get back. We're not trying to destroy anybody. We're just trying to destroy what is evil. You know, I've always felt that social activism is absolutely necessary because social injustices grow like weeds, and they have to be cut down. They don't stop growing. If you may cut down a whole new set of weeds, and you come back a year later, and the weeds are back. And so eternal vigilance, as the saying goes, is the price of liberty and peace and quiet. So let's stand united against this effort to try to poison our environment and let these people know that they will not destroy the future for our families. And thank you. Adelante.